Good afternoon, welcome back to Electricpetrolhead. My name is Andy and it's been nearly a year since we sold our Model S. I thought I'd do a quick video on the 5 things that I really miss tech-wise about Teslas and what, say, my i3 lacks and what I'd love it to have. Now, number 1 is how beautifully the Satnav integrates with the Tesla supercharger network. It sounds obvious, but when you're doing a long road trip, the way the Satnav just routes you via the chargers, tells you how long to charge for, and then as you approach it, sort of automatically conditions the battery ready for charging, so it gets the optimum speed. And it also tells you whether the chargers are in order and how many bays are free. It just works so well, and I really think that's what the rest of the industry need to basically copy. Things like a better route planner do work really well, and I've got a video on that if you don't have a Tesla but want to get a lot of the benefits, but it's kind of an offline thing or on your phone, so it's not really as slick as just having it there. And I know things like CarPlay by Apple, etc. work really well, but it's not quite as integrated and just effortless as the Tesla setup. So yeah, number 1 reason is how well the Satnav works. Number 2 is the software updates. This is just a really quick way for Tesla to solve any issues and then give us more features. It was actually quite exciting when you got the little notification on your phone to say a software update was available, and you click download and the car just sorts it out. Most people make an effort to try to make sure they get a really good Wi-Fi connection onto their car, because that does help and makes the software both quicker and you're more likely to get it quicker as well. And it's just brilliant. And it's a feature that I really am surprised that the whole industry haven't done as well as Tesla. It really is great. You see the release notes on the screen, you know what's there, you know if there's some new features you can use. And a lot of the time there's just tons of little bug fixes that are made in the background. And suddenly a feature that was a little bit buggy before now works brilliantly. Number 3 is the one that some people criticise because they should be concentrated on more important things, but things like YouTube, Netflix and the games on the main screen. When you're doing a long road trip, say you're on the Channel Tunnel, being able to sort of put YouTube or put Netflix on really makes the journey easier. If you do have to sit in your car and wait for a charge, it's great just to be able to sort of recline the seats back and just watch a bit of a movie or a couple of episodes of YouTube. Especially for the longer journeys we do miss now. The next gen of i3s and e-trons and all those type of things are going to have, you know, a full suite like the modern day smart TVs do, but Tesla's just been doing it for years. Number 4 is back to that Satnav, because I do love the Satnav, but it's the satellite view. I was always a massive fan of it, and it's interesting, when I was doing routes that I used to do regularly, being able to see a satellite view would just make it really easy to see if there's a shorter route, so it actually saves you some time as well as looking really pretty. So yeah, big thumbs up for that one. And number 5 is the obvious one. It's autopilot, the hazard awareness, all those type of safety features that come with Teslas. The safety aspect is one of the main reasons we bought our Model S. You just know that if you are unfortunate enough to be in an accident, that car is as safe as possible. The way the software also helps you to reduce the chance of having an accident in the first place is really impressive. It works really well in America, as you'd expect. Well, there's been plenty of videos where a car's gone to accelerate and the car's stopped. A car has just run a red light and gone straight across. So there's been plenty of accidents saved. Autopilot is something that I never really got into when I sort of had the various trials. I didn't spec it at first because I'm a driver, I wanted to drive the car, but nowadays they all come as standard and it is something that I would use a lot more. Makes those long journeys just that much easier. It's just getting better and better with every software update as well. Thank you very much for watching. That's 5 quick reasons that Tesla tech is just so far ahead of the rest of the industry at the moment. I really look forward to the rest of the industry catching up a little bit and giving us all these things. The big one for me is the integration of the Satnav into the charging network. As soon as there is a system that works for all chargers, and we're going to need sort of live updates on whether they're being used, not just relying on ZapMap to tell you whether someone's signed in or not. That is going to be the game changer, and that's going to make life a lot easier for EV drivers. Looking forward to seeing the rest of the market catch up. Really excited to see what Tesla do in their future sort of upgrades. Fundamentally, EVs just keep getting better and better and better, whereas from a petrolhead point of view, petrol cars are getting worse, because we had the NA cars that were really responsive, and then we went into the sort of turbo era where everything's a turbo now almost, and it just doesn't have the throttle response, whereas EVs, it have the instant throttle response, it has the instant torque, has the power, all the technology is increasing really well. So yeah, really enjoying being an EV owner. And if you have any questions at all about EVs, Teslas in general, anything, just drop a message either by a comment or drop me an email. It's up to you. Thank you very much for watching. See you on another video very soon. Bye.